Got it. Fish on. Fish on. There we go. There we go. That's another good one. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. He smashed it on the paws. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. That's a slab. That's a slab.
Howdy guys, it's me again, and as you guys can probably tell by my surroundings, I have found my way back out here into this wonderful cypress tree swamp. I've got a couple of hours of daylight that I was wanting to fish, and I'm hoping to run into some big old fat slabs. Now, to be honest with you guys, the bite has been pretty subpar as of late. I haven't been catching very many numbers, really haven't been catching many fish at all. And I actually just fished a large span of these trees back here for probably the last 30, 45 minutes, and I didn't even have a bite. But I've got a couple of spots up ahead of me this way that I've done pretty well in this year, and I'm hoping they'll be holding some crappie, at least one or two, I don't know. But before we run up in here into this spot, I just wanted to say hi, touch base with y'all, see how y'all were doing. Hope you all are doing well, and I hope that y'all are excited to tune in to this fishing adventure. If so, I would greatly appreciate it. As always, if you could leave a thumbs up on today's video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of these future crappie fishing adventures. But with that being said, I'm gonna mosey on up over there, and we're gonna see if we can get a few. See you at the spot.
Got it. Fish on. Fish on. That's a nice one. That's a nice one, guys. Get up here. Get up here. Boat flip. Yeah, baby. That is a healthy start to this afternoon fishing mission. A solid slab black crappie. Just crushed that little 32nd ounce little jig right there at the Bobby Garland baby shed. That was awesome. Oh man, it's cold out here. Hopefully the bite is gonna be hot. Let's put this guy in a bucket and let's cast back out there so we can catch another one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was next cast. Next cast, baby. That's another good one. I didn't even see the bite. Yes, I was checking out the camera to make sure it was on and working, and I felt the bite in my rod, which is rare whenever you're throwing a bobber. It's another nice keeper, guys. Second black crappie of the mission. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Whew. I can get down to that right there, guys. Wasn't even looking, just felt it. I was like, where'd my bobber go? It was gone. Okay. Okay. Got two on the board. Can we get a third one in a row? I'm in the same spot. I don't think I'm gonna catch any leaves, which is good. Got some leaves on it that time. I guess that's why I didn't get bit. Hopefully that's why I didn't get bit. Drop back in there clean, hopefully, and get another bite. Third one. Smashed it on the paws. He smashed it on the paws. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. That's a slab. That's a slab. Get the net. Get the net. No nets needed in this boat, guys. That, oh gosh. I let that bait sit there next to this log for a second, and this guy just clobbered it. There was no pop. The bobber just went out of sight. That is another dandy. 3 nice slabs. Ooh, I'm feeling it. Feeling it. Let's see if we catch a couple more. Oh gosh. Nice. Nice, I think that's not gonna keep. That's a smaller guy. That's our fourth one, just letting it sit there. Just let it sit there and hover. They're not liking it worked a whole lot. They just want it to sit there in front of their face. The little baby shad does a good job just kind of quivering in the water column. It's a decent fish, but that's definitely not gonna be 10, especially with his tail. Look at his tail, it's like all deformed. That top lobe's messed up. I guess the bottom lobe's fine. But that is a decent fish, and still a decent sign that we're gonna catch some more. As long as he doesn't tell his buddies, we'll be good. Oh, he smacked it. There we go. It's been a minute. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's awesome. Although I don't think this one's gonna keep either. That is awesome. Just hearing that bobber pop and seeing it go down, it's so much fun. It's a bite that never gets old for me out here, especially in an awesome fishing spot like this. I mean, look around, guys. It is just beautiful out here. And that is a good like 9 1/4 inch fish, I would assume. Definitely not gonna be a keeper. So we're gonna send him back into the drink so he can become a 10 incher next year. It kind of slowed down out here. I've been really fishing this bait super slow. This little area that I'm fishing is a very tiny little area. For some reason, these fish are only wanting to hang out right here. There's not very many fish out here at all, it doesn't seem like, or at least I haven't been able to find them, all really big and grouped up. So I've just been kind of milking this spot for all it's worth. A big old shad jump through here. But the reason I'm fishing this spot, honestly, is because as I was making my way through these trees earlier, trying to, locate some fish, there was a bunch of birds hanging out in here. And oftentimes, you see birds, that indicates that there is some sort of bait fish or game fish like crappie in the area. The only thing about that though is if you see birds in your area, that could also mean that they are scaring off all of your fish. So it was a little bit of a risk to check this spot out, but it was definitely worth it. We've caught, how many is that? I think it's 5. I think it's 5 crappie so far. Definitely can't complain with that. We've only been fishing this spot for about 20 minutes or so. And I feel like we could possibly leave this spot, let it sit, and some more would probably reload into it. At least it's how this spot has been historically. So I think I'm probably gonna fish here another 10 minutes or so. If we don't get a whole lot more bites, I'll probably navigate somewhere else, see if I can find some fish potentially, but if not, I'll come back over here and catch some more. But hopefully we don't have to leave the spot, because another thing you can do is you can kind of just sit in these high percentage areas, and these fish, they're always moving, especially on a cloudy day like today. They're not really positioning undercover. They're kind of just roaming, chasing bait fish. So in theory, you could sit here and wait for some more to just reload while you're sitting. But I'm kind of an active fisherman. I'm kind of an impatient fisherman. I like to kind of keep on the go. So we'll just see what happens. Make a few more good casts in here. See if we can pop another slab or two in the face. It always happens that way. I'll grab the paddle to kind of reposition, and I'll get bit. I got smoked. That was the first one I missed though. So let's get back in there, see if we can get him bite again. There we go. There we go. That's another good one. Oh my gosh, that's another good one. Get in here. Yes. Yes. Oh man. Man, guys, my patience really paid off just then. I was just like moments away from pulling my anchor up and moving on to another spot. But this guy just cranked it right up next to this tree, and it just bought us a little bit more time, and this spot will probably hang out here another 10 minutes or so. Like I said, it's been really slow, but look at the slabs on that guy. What a beautiful, beautiful black crappie, and he's thick too. Really, really nice fish. And that hook is just right in the top lip. So that jig head I'm using is actually the new ACC Crappie Sticks jig head. I really like these guys. They're kind of like that pill style jig head. They have these really big, bright green eyes. I love big eyeballs on my jig head. I don't really care what color they are or what they look like. I just like for them to be big and something that the crappie can hone in on. And then it has the perfect sized little number 4 hook on there to pair up on those baby shads. So sick. Beautiful fish. He's going in the bucket. I think it's our 4th one in the bucket now. We're doing good. I'm not sure if y'all can tell or not, but the sun is actually starting to come out from behind the clouds, and that could either be a good thing or a bad thing for us. It's either going to get these fish positioned up next to these trees where they're more predictable and we're gonna start catching them a little bit more if the sun fully comes out, or they're gonna tuck up really tight up underneath some stuff that we're not able to cast at. So we'll see what happens. We typically do better fishing out here whenever it's more overcast, because a lot of the stuff that we're casting at is kind of just open cover. But yeah, we'll see what happens. If that sun stays out, it might get them tighter to these trees. And it might get the few that are here like all positioned on the same tree so we can catch multiples at once.
Oh, there's one. There we go. Oh, yes, right up here in front of me. I gotta back off this. That fish there really surprised me. I was kind of moving up from where I was casting it. There's a little hole up here. I saw some shad kind of flickering, and I figured I would give it a toss. And pretty much nearly as soon as the bait hit the water, this guy ate it. Not a keeper, pretty close to it. So we'll send it back here next to this tree, and we're gonna cast back in that spot right there and see if there's another one. I mean, he bit that thing instantly. There's one, little one. Another little guy right up here in front of me. Although this guy is small, it is nice to finally start catching some fish out of a different hole. I feel like maybe we can expand on this, keep following this little pathway. We might run into a couple of slabs. It's a good 8-incher, but not a good 10-incher. Put it right back out there. Another one, another one, another one, another one. Get up here. Woo, yes. That was back-to-back cast in the spot right here in front of me. It's super shallow up there, but whatever. I know my bait's pretty much on the bottom. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Get in the boat. Let's go. Well, I guess that's all she wrote for today's fishing adventure, guys. Man, it was very slow, and it was quite cold out here too. I'm glad we were able to catch what we did up there in that one hole. Got some really nice slabs like this guy right here. Super slabby, he'll definitely eat well. We got plenty of fish here for a good hot meal, which is exactly what we are fixing to do. We're gonna make the trek back to the house. We're gonna get these boys all sliced and diced up, and we're probably gonna fry them up because I need some hot food in my belly. We'll catch you guys when we get back to the house. Okay guys, well it is actually the next day now. I got home, we actually ended up having some different dinner plans, so I didn't get to cook these fish up last night, but that's okay because we're about to cook them up for lunch today. So I've got 5 fish here at the cleaning table. Here's our 2 biggest slab black crappie. And real quick, I'll go over what I'm gonna use to clean these fish with. I still get a lot of questions every time I make a catch a cook video of what type of knife we're using and so on and so forth. So here it is, this is just the Bubba corded, it's got a cord on there, electric fillet knife. I'm using these 9-inch E-Flex blades on there. It's a really great knife. It's got a lot of power, a lot of torque. I've been using it for like over a year now, and it's still running pretty strong. This isn't like a sponsored item or anything, but definitely would recommend it if you want to buy a high quality knife. There's definitely some cheaper options out there on the market. Another one we like a lot is the Mr. Twister Piranha. It's like, a third of the cost of this one, but they do wear out a little bit quicker. But anyways, yeah, this little knife I'm using, we're gonna just be filleting these bad boys. Let's get to cleaning these guys up. I'll go through the steps really quickly for any of y'all that may be new watching the channel or may have never seen fish get filleted before with an electric knife. So I've got y'all a nice little overhead view of our fish right here. We'll start by lifting the pectoral fin up, and I'm gonna make a first cut around this operculum area, just like that. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our knife and we're just gonna run it laterally down the side, on this side of the backbone.
So you kind of see I kind of got leveled up since that wasn't a straight cut. I kind of angled the knife back and forth so I can get that thing flush to the bones. So here we go, down to the tail. I don't like to cut all the way through because what you can do is you just open the fish up like this. You can grab a hold of the fish and you just take the meat right off the skin. So now we are left with the fillet, with the ribs in. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take your knife and you're just gonna follow those ribs out. It's a very easy thing to do. So here we go. Tilt your knife back upwards. The ribs are out. And you have an almost completely boneless piece of fish. The only thing that's left is these little pin bones right here. If you're gonna fry the fish, you can just leave them in there, but if you're gonna cook them in the skillet, maybe turn them into tacos or something, I would recommend cutting right through there and cutting those bones out. Anyways, that is how we fillet fish. I'm going to quickly get through the rest of these crappie and we're gonna get ready to cook them. Let's go. That fish is looking so good, and we've got some more here in the deep fryer. And we also have, look at these guys.
It's bright.
Oh, it's bright. I turn this thing down, I can't see.
Oh
Holy
my goodness,
smokes.
say hi.
Say hi to the people, Si.
Hi.
Hey. Hey, he said, hey, it smells like fish out here.
It smells good,
It
doesn't
smells
buddy?
good. We're using that Slappy Mama fish seasoning, and it is so good. And it actually broke me off a little piece here, off one of those fillets. And I already kind of nibbled on it a little bit, so I'd be lying if I told you that it wasn't already good, but it's delicious. Take a little bite here for y'all. Mmm.
Mmm.
That is yummy. That is so yummy, Cypress.
I bet it is.
Look at Cypress's hair.
It's really grown.
Look at it. It's getting so long. It's like over his ears. It's like longer than my hair now, which is crazy. Because I had some long flowing locks, didn't I?
You did, and then you cut it off.
Mom made me cut it off.
Yeah.
Mom made me cut it off for holiday season, which is okay. It was kind of a mess, and it was windy, and it was just a jumbled mess. But Jay, you want this little bite of fish?
Heck yeah.
Is it edible?
Mmm. Oh man, that's delicious.
It's so good.
Dang.
Cypress has got food on his face. He got a little food right there. He just ate, what did he eat? Some sweet peas and carrots and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes his carrots. Kind of turning his nose orange a little bit though. You notice, and it kind of stands out. We don't really know how to get that off. We've been like rubbing it off with lotion and washing it, but it's just kind of turned a little orange, which is normal. But we got to figure out a solution to that.
It's normal.
Maybe it's not normal. I don't know, we gotta figure out some solution to that because he's definitely got a little bit of an orange nose. And I think that this is where we are going to wrap up today's adventure. Thank you all so much for going fishing with me out there on the lake yesterday. It was kind of a grind, didn't catch that many, but we still were able to put some good slabs in the boat, and I'm hopeful that we will still be able to catch some more out of that spot. But if that's the end, well, we went out with a bang. If y'all enjoyed today's video, do me a huge favor, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our future fishing adventures. We're Colin J and Baby C, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye guys. Say bye.